All right. Hey, Aries, how you doing out there? Now, I do hope everything is going well out there in La La Land. Now, I want to pull from the animal spirits today and see what they got to say. And I'm going to line them up with these. I forget the name of these cards. Let's see. Archangel cards. Anyway, something like that. Now we got the Daughter of Swords coming out here. Ooh. And the Fool fell in reverse. Let me see. And we have the Moon in reverse. And we also have the Nine of Cups at the bottom, which is wish fulfillment. Is that confirmation? Now, the Daughter of Swords is behind the scenes. The Fool card, you know, this is a leap of faith, but sometimes the Fool is just a damn fool. It look like some type of secret is out in regards to whatever this may be. Let's see. Sometimes a fool is just a fool. And this did turn to the side, and it's the gazelle. Now, of course, I got to read them out because I have no idea what they mean, y'all. I don't know. Let me see. And we got the fire ants. Huh. Now, we know that fire is your element. It's giving me queen, you know, because when you think about fire ants, you always think about colonization and the ants working for the queen. But let me see. It's root chakra. You know, it's a lot of passion. Let's see. And they look black ants. Well, let me see. They look black to me. And you got the eagle right here, which is a good sign. Next to the moon. But let me see. Trying to think, what does this book look like? Think. Yeah. Hold on, let me pause you. Alright. Found them. Let me clarify them first with these cards, and then we'll figure it out. Alright, Spirit is ready. Trust the unfolding. Michael. Spiritual acceleration. And we got two cards for this last one. Faith and karmic release. Moving mountains. I'm taking both of them because it came out. And at the bottom of the deck is personal responsibility. Now, this card didn't want to be in the deck. And it's metamorphosis. It says you are in a vortex of deep transformation. Surrender to the process that's unfolding. And right here, the first card is trust the unfolding. I guess it wanted to be at the bottom. And you got some type of wish fulfillment. Now the gazelle is next to the Daughter of Swords. And we know that the Daughter of Swords represents the throat. Everything at this region, at the top, the crown, you know, it all goes, you know, together. Everything working tandem in threes. Now we know that the daughter source is sometimes behind the scenes. Because it's an action, it's a thought, it's the mind, it's the feminine energy. Now the gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, pretty much like these fire ants. It says bordering on hyper-vigilant. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. Now this card says there's no wrong paths, only choices that take you closer to or further from love. And remember, this is all about self-love. Earth pulsing, the connection to Mother Earth. Now I want to see something. If I can think what those cards, what the book look like. I want to see if I can read a thorough meaning for it. Let me see. Jaffiel. 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 Let me just go back to that. Let me see. She's page 63. Or he. I think they all men. I'm not sure. I just got women faces. I don't know. Now it says, Jaffiel names mean the beauty of God. Just like the card represents supreme grace, with every move, this awe-inspiring beauty amidst sophistication and elegance. How about that? Now it says, and she is the angel of light and grace, here to help us find the beauty of life. She is mentioned in many mystical texts, including the Zohar, the central book of Kabbalah, as a guardian of Torah, and is often considered the keeper of the Garden of Eden. As her name suggests, she's all about honoring beauty and finding beauty in all things. With her connection to the Garden of Eden, she is associated with nature and best felt outdoors in nature. Okay. Now let's see what this fire ant is talking about. Because I'm dying enough. I'm going to put a little placeholder for it. Now the fire ant energy flares up without us noticing it. Without noticing, it's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misalign. Fire ant energy is at play. It says you may also find yourself stewing on a person or a situation, only making them worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? It says fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. Now, this might have something to do with ascension symptoms. what's taking place. But I do think that you're going to get a grip on it because we got the karmic release right here. Now this card is all about finding balance. It's all about following orders. And just like I said, the food, because, I like that it's in reverse. Because he just takes a leap of faith without, any thought about the fall of a bridge per se. But it's in reverse. It's giving me, careful thought. Confirmation? That's what could be going on. Yeah. Now, I can say for myself for sure that I'm very sensitive. Like ignorance to get on my daggone nerve. Foolishness with the food. And it's a lot of that going on in the media. You know what I'm saying? Let me say, now it could be something going on with you. But, dang. Now I got, I'm using my phone. I usually will go to my, I did hook up my little laptop though. But it's so far away from me. I wanted to actually look up fire ants. But that's okay. We'll just hold out on that. I wanted to get a little bit more characteristics on them. But we got spiritual celebration right here. And it says you are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. And maybe that's some contemplation right there in regards to, something that may be getting to you. If you're feeling misaligned with people, places, or things. And it says it flares up without noticing. It's a force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. You know what I'm saying? And I said sometimes the food is just the food because this ain't got to be you, boo. But I see the karmic release. Alright? And I did say the daughter with swords is something behind the scenes. It's telling you to trust the unfolding. It does appear that you're on the right track. Okay? Let me see. Let's see what Michael got to say. Let's see what Michael got to say. He's on page 69. Now, Michael is the Prince of Light, the chief of the angelic realm. He is a powerful force that has been venerated as a saint and is known as the protector of those working in services such as the police, special forces, and the fire brigade. And I'm only laughing because the fire ants is down here. And it says the divine and counterpart of faith. He is an angel of justice alongside Raphael and Zekiel, and comes to everyone who wants to make a difference here on earth. Often portrayed carrying a sword or a spear, Michael is also the presence we can evoke whenever we are feeling fearful or constrained. He will cut through the ties of fear and liberate us. Yeah. Whatever's going on here, all you gotta do is ask him to release it. And it looked like the gig is up because the moon is here. And remember, it's the mind, it's the energy, it's air. Right here with the eagle. Setting you free with this karmic release in the air. Do you feel it, boo? Now, the noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. See? With the moon and the sun right here. See how the secret is out because of the sun? Because this is what is, emanating. Now it says this great bird is both physical and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When I say spirit be coming through with the come through, with the come through, with the come through. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. Right here. Moving mountains. And karmic release, boo. It's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. Trust the ability to create miracles. The impossible is becoming possible. Now it says, the eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. It says, grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. Now that's what it says, bro. And wish fulfillment is at the bottom of the freaking deck. It's right there. It's right there. Now let's see. That was pretty good. I like that. Now let's read. I want to read the karmic release. Ezekiel. We already know that you're about to move mountains. You know what I'm saying? You already know it. That's on page 93. Now, Ezekiel, righteousness of God, is the archangel who brings emotional balance. That's why I wanted to read that one. And helps transmute any negative experiences into a focus of love and learning. See? Right here. No wrong paths. It only takes you further or closer to love. And it says, it brings emotional balance and helps transmute any negative experiences into a focus for love and learning. The divine counterpart of amethyst. He governs a spiritual energy called the violet flame, a space that we can visit in meditation and prayer, and an energy that can be invoked to help us release from our energy fields anything that has been unsettling or traumatic. He is the angel of justice alongside Michael and Raphael. Now you might want to use amethyst. Carry it around with you. Now, when Ezekiel comes to you, it's because you are shedding old skin and stepping into a renewed or more radiant self. You are being encouraged to detach from drama now. This is an opportunity to disengage and step away from anyone or anything that is turning you into a version of yourself that you no longer recognize. Right here with the fire ants. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to everything that's going on in the media. I'm talking about God. Sometimes, of course, it's there. But I'm talking about the karmic BS that's going on in the media now, especially when it comes to relationships between the divine and feminine and masculine energies. I'm talking about they just taking each other out. It's overwhelming. But just in family general, it's cray cray. I'm like, wow. Now it says this is an opportunity to disengage and step away. Now it says angels are here to help you realize that everyone and everything on your path is an opportunity, and sometimes it's an opportunity to say no and walk away. That is the message today. It's time to release yourself from anything that is an emotional and energetic drain so that you can be free once more. If you find yourself holding on to something you know deep down is causing you concern and pain, this is an opportunity for you to take giant steps towards healing and growth. When you release yourself and take a leap into self-worth, now this might be why the leap is here, in reverse, because you might be holding on. But I see the release. Now this is in the past. Present. Past, present, future. So you know who you are. Now it says angels are here to acknowledge the emotional, overwhelming time you endured and to let you know you have the chance to free yourself forevermore. Release the stories that is no longer yours to live. Now, the moon does represent the mother energy, the feminine. Sometimes in astrology, sometimes it's those abandonment issues, negative, relationships with the mother. Now, my mother wasn't nurturing. But I don't think there's a bad thing I could say about her. I don't know. I just don't get that from people, but I don't, discount that. Nah. I'ma break you off and talk about my mom. I'ma give you what you're looking for. Don't you ever. No. But I know that's not everybody's situation. But there could be some trauma in that regards. It all stems from somewhere. Mother, father, sibling rivalry, peer pressure. A lot of things make us hold on to anger. Now, look at that. The daughter of swords and the son of swords with big changes. They together. To release you from any constraints. There's the transition. There's the restrictions you may be feeling. But you can do this. Look at it. You can't make it up. Look at that. There's the three people. There's the three cups. There's Michael. Coming in with that cup. That's Buddha up under the tree. Detaching. But sometimes he refuses this. Sometimes it's the refusal to see, according to the card. But this is actually Buddha. So I don't understand why, I see him reflecting on the past. I don't know why they define it as that. I don't get it. Yeah, I see you. Let me see. Working on it. Just that spiritual acceleration. There goes a crossroads. There you go. Dedicated to the path. It's 9 Pentacles as well, which is liberation. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Now that's right there with that karmic release at the crossroads. Damn. There you go. The death and the rebirth. And there's the 3 of Cups. Friendships. There's a transition. There's you seeing the light. Moving mountains. Karmic releases. Now for some of y'all, this could be, past trauma. If you ain't got no friends right now. Right here with the ego. That's represented by the sun. We're going to take this one. But this is 3 cards, but we're going to pay attention to it. But this is your cards. 7 of Cups, which is dreams. Choices. Lots of options. And trust the unfolding. The gazelle. It's trying to show you beauty. It's a surprise in it for you. Damn. Is that a tower that's letting you let go? Wow. To find that balance. Sheesh. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. There you go. There you go. Right down the 3 of Pentacles. Trust the unfolding. This is the throat chakra. This is some expression. This is you being astute. Telling them how you really feel. And there you go. Bye-bye. Making peace with it. You see that? You can't even make it up. Now, of course, that Page of Pentacles, Cups can mean several things. It could be this cup that's coming in regards to intuition, giving you the moxie to express what you need to express. Sometimes it's an apology. Well, sometimes it's somebody crushing and loving on you. But I really see it as insight, intuition. Yeah. Giving you that courage to take that leap of faith, to move forward, to let go, to make peace with it. But it can be all those things. There you go. The death and the rebirth. Right down your boy. What Michael? And spiritual acceleration. Yeah. That's you letting go, boo. And look what you becoming. The Empress. Didn't this card say the gazelle teaches you to see the beauty? Look at this. This is her. Look at that. And look. Right here on the fire ants. And I was just about to say, let them serve you. All these little worker ants. Damn, look at that. The death and the rebirth is stepping into your power, baby. Oh my God. Look at that. You can look what's here. Yo, when I tell you, Spirit be having me laughing so hard. Oh my God. It is crazy. Oh my God. This is so funny. I love Spirit to death. Let me see. What is the secret? The Hermit. That's what wanted to come out. And communication. Going within. Faith. Karmic release. But it ain't come out. Let me do it one more time. We paying attention to it though. Yeah. There you go. Same thing. Intuition. It could be a gift. Move the mountains. Karmic release. But I just explained this card. And there's the Tower and there's the 15 all over again. And the crossroad with the decision and passion. Yeah. Now for some of y'all, that could be somebody coming in. You could. Kindness, some kind of kindness. This person looks like, yeah. They're pretty nice. Yeah. Because I'm even looking at this 3 of Cups over here. Yeah. You might be, because the 8 and this right here is the 9 of Pentacles. And sometimes she's single, he's single. And they going towards this with karmic release. But this could be something new. Because it's moving mountains. It could be. It could be both at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look what came out. Giving and receiving. If it ain't an equal exchange, they got to go. You know what I'm saying? But I see this. This is what this is. It's gifts and generosity. Money, community, assistance, support. And there's communication with the sun. And I love it. Damn, it's a new beginning. Yeah, hard work paying off. Look at all those wands. Now this might happen rather quickly because they move fast. And remember, the 9 of Cups is over here. Now let's pull from some more cards. Because I feel like it. And I don't care whatever comes out. Just know that this is true for somebody. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Alright? Now we got peace in the valley. I'm gonna pull one of these other cards for you. Now make sure y'all hit the like button for your girl. Help me get through the algorithm. Leave me a comment, heart, something. Show me some love. Yeah, you got something inspiring going on here. Well, I'm going to read that card out. Okay. Now you might be doing something. You might be working on something that's inspiring, because that's all over here with the death and the rebirth. Your energy, working on something with these fire ants. And then at the bottom, we got rest. Yeah. What karmic release? Let me see. I see something. You know, this card is cunning, but it has a good connotation to it, and it's dead. It's not dead, and I turn right to it. This card represents shrewdness, wit, and astute intellect. Great magic. Positive traits. A lot of tactic and knowledge. Representative over here. It's almost like you can express yourself like, boo, I'm so glad we had this time together, but it's time to go. You know, being nice about it. Something like that right there. Because I'm just looking at this inspiring. Let me see, what is this talking about? What is it talking about? I want to see. You know? No hard feelings, but you know, I'll pass. Now I want to go. No, I'm good. Y'all go have fun. I'm gonna sit this one out. You know, stuff like that. You know, just stop answering the phone calls and stuff like that right there. They'll catch the hint. Something like that. Is this it? Yeah. Now this card represents inspiration, dreams, and nature's influence. Now this is what the gazelle was talking about. And it says, the wren is a sacred bird of the Celts and the Druids. In Welsh, they were dry, I guess that is. And it says the word, which also translates to druid, and is associated with the bard. Okay, all right. The great poet, the storyteller, the sub-Roman Britain. Now, the wren is a songbird, beginning its mating call in early spring, and it's seen to symbolize the end of winter. This card encourages you to listen to the natural world and its inhabitants and take inspiration from their teaching. It is a card of communication without words, of natural, spiritual, and divine inspiration. While the bat card urges us to communicate, the wren card urges us to listen and be receptive to others, to the truth of others. Right here, now it is lined up with the fire ants. And it's so crazy that I was just talking about just not answering the call, or even paying attention to people in general, or whatever it got to do with. It's like not saying nothing. It's like they'll catch the hint when you just be like, nah, I'm good, I'll pass, I don't want to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Yeah. Now, it could even be something, from this energy that you can learn from. Yeah, it could teach you about energy. It can make you receptive. It's like you pick up on, like you've been involved with people and they kind of bring on the same characteristics and you be like, yeah. Been there, done that. Yeah, it's kind of familiar. Yeah. Something like that might be going on. But I think I'm talking to a clever bunch. I think you get my gist. But anyway, boo, you got this. You got this. Because we got spiritual and Michael. He represents the root chakra. He about that life, I tell y'all all the time. He will shake some things up, y'all. But anyway, it look like you got good things coming. Metamorphosis. This keep doing what you're doing, boo. Alright? Keep doing what you're doing. None of us is perfect. But just pay attention to, what's going on in the media. Because I'm telling you, this energy is really touchy-feely. It's touchy-feely, y'all. It's touchy-feely. Especially when it comes to relationships with the divine masculine and feminine. And if you got young girls, daughters, and sons. Because, these young relationships, oh my God. They're so brutal. You just think about yourself when you were young. Oh my God. But then you still got people that's old, that still, maintain those mentalities when it comes to relationships. Because I swear, the girl that, what they call them, the Frenchman and the Duchess, I think that she really thrived on a Bruce. I really think that she liked it. Some people think that, getting hit is love. I really think she did. I really just think she did. I think she really it knocked her little socks off. But anyway, that's your message.